Okay, let's get right into it. If you're on Medicare, or maybe you're helping a parent or a loved one with it, you really need to listen up. The ground is literally shifting under the Medicare Advantage program, and what they're not telling you about the changes coming in 2026, well, it could end up costing you your coverage, your doctor, and a whole lot of stress and money.
You've all seen the commercials, right? I mean, they're everywhere. These plans promising $0 premiums, free dental, vision, even gift cards for groceries. It always sounds a little too good to be true, doesn't it? Well, it turns out, for millions of people, we're about to find out what the real cost is. And it's a huge shock. Take a look at this number, 2.9 million. A new study in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that's how many seniors are being told they have to find a brand new Medicare Advantage plan for 2026. And this isn't them deciding to switch. No, their insurance company just decided to pack up and leave their area. Gone. So this all brings us to a really harsh new reality. You know, that big promise of an easy all-in-one plan that got more than 34 million Americans to sign up? Well, that promise is now slamming head-on into some very, very uncomfortable truths for 2026. This right here really lays out the whole conflict. On one side, the promise was total convenience, but the reality for millions? A cancellation notice showing up in the mail out of the blue. The promise was all these great extra benefits, but the reality is often a battle with tiny doctor networks and getting told no for care that you and your doctor know is necessary. So what in the world is going on here? Why is everything so unstable all of a sudden? Let's dig into what's being called the Great 2026 Unraveling and figure out why millions of people are about to lose the exact coverage they were depending on. Wow, okay, this chart, it tells you everything you need to know. For years, getting kicked off your plan was super rare. It only happened to about 1% of people. But just look at that jump. It shot up to almost 7% in 2025, and now it's projected to hit 10% in 2026. That's 1 out of every 10 people on these plans. This is a massive, shocking reversal.
So why are they just leaving? Well, it really boils down to simple economics. The insurance companies are saying that after the pandemic, everyone rushed back to the doctor to get care they'd been putting off. That made medical costs go way up. At the exact same time, the government slowed down how much it was paying these private insurers. So for the insurance companies, in some places, especially rural counties, the plans just aren't making money anymore. So they're out.
And here's the thing, this isn't hitting everyone the same way. Researchers found that if you're a senior living in a rural area, you're almost twice as likely to have your plan canceled. And when that happens, you're left with hardly any other options. The same thing is happening to people who are on smaller regional insurance plans. They just don't have the deep pockets to absorb these kinds of financial hits. Now, all this confusion, all this panic, it creates the absolute perfect storm for scammers and predators. We are seeing a huge spike in really sophisticated scams and even some hidden insurance traps that can be even more dangerous than just losing your plan. All right, let's be crystal clear about this, because the official government agency that runs Medicare, it's called CMS, has been screaming this from the rooftops. If you get a phone call from someone saying they're from Medicare and they need to verify your enrollment for 2026, it is a scam. Every single time. Just hang up the phone. And here are the dead giveaways. The new trick is they're using AI voices that sound incredibly real and professional. They'll use scare tactics like threatening to cancel your coverage. They'll ask for your Medicare number or your Social Security number, or they'll pressure you, saying you have to switch plans right now over the phone. Any of those things, it's a scam. Guaranteed. But believe it or not, the most costly mistake you could make right now might not even come from a scammer's phone call. There's a hidden trap that's actually built into the system, and it's just waiting for people who are forced off their Advantage plan and try to go back to original Medicare. It all has to do with this term called medical underwriting. See, if you want to pair original Medicare with what's called a Medigap plan, that's the private insurance that helps pay for all the stuff original Medicare doesn't cover, well, in most states, the insurance companies have the right to comb through your entire health history. And if they find a pre-existing condition they don't like, they can legally just deny you coverage flat out or charge you outrageously high premiums. And that right there, that creates the Medigap trap. You get pushed off your Advantage plan, you try to do the right thing and get a Medigap policy, but because you had a health issue in the past, you're either denied or you're priced out of the market. You're just stuck with huge gaps in your coverage. Now, it is important to note this isn't the case everywhere. A few states like New York and Connecticut have better protections. But for most of the country, this trap is very, very real.
Okay, I know that was a lot of bad news, but here's the good news. You are not powerless here, not at all. So let's talk about your defense plan. There are simple, clear things you can do right now to protect yourself and your family.
Here is your game plan. It's just 4 steps. First, watch your mailbox like a hawk for your annual notice of change, or ANOC. That's the official document that will tell you if your plan is ending. Do not throw it away. Second, just burn this rule into your brain. Medicare does not cold call you. Just hang up. Third, and this is so important, get free, unbiased help. And fourth, protect your Medicare number like it's a credit card number. It's the golden key that scammers are after.
Let's just focus on that free help for a second. Every single state has a federally funded program called SHIP, the State Health Insurance Assistance Program. These people are not insurance brokers. They don't make a commission. They don't sell a thing. Their only job is to give you free, one-on-one, completely unbiased advice to help you figure all this out. The number is right there on your screen. Please write it down, take a picture of it, and share it with everyone you know who is on Medicare.
So the bottom line is this. Everything is changing, and it's changing fast. You absolutely cannot assume that the plan that was perfect for you last year is going to be there for you next year, or that it's even the right fit anymore. That stability people took for granted for so long, it's gone. Being proactive is your best and only defense.
So I'm just going to leave you with this one question. You know your plan worked for you in the past, but can you say with 100% certainty that it will even exist for you in 2026? Now is the time to check your mail, make that free call to SHIP, and make sure you have the answer.